This the internet? Hello? I think we're back live on air,
Yes, we
ready to
are.
go. Okay,
Yep.
beautiful. Sorry about the delay, guys. Sorry, especially to the players. We are going to get this game up right and ready to go right now. So, without any further ado, let's send it on to game 2, onto the draft with Salt and Meliodas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back live. Things are looking pretty great here. Both teams are just giving up the ready check, ready to go. We'll see what happens this time, what adjustments are made from both sides because of the mid laner swap coming in from Vanguard. So we shall see.
Well, from our research, based on like the difference between the Shendis and Roxius, Shendis is a supportive player, so the Malzahar makes sense. He's just there to throw the ulti down. Roxius is actually a very aggressive
Mm-hmm.
player, so he may be able to match that play style to Xerath on in the hands of 900 played. So we'll see how that mid lane match turns out.
So Vanguard are opting to take away that Shen pick. No global pressure from Pinball this time. No global pressure from 900 this time as well, taking away the Zera. But on the side of AKRX, it is going to be that set ban followed by the Lee Sin, the respect bans, and the pipe ban coming in from VG. Not want a Neon Pipe to get his namesake. But the Samir are going to be taken away from Daydream, and we'll see what the first pick here is from VG. They have opted for the blue side. First pick Kai'Sa for them.
Going so fast. These three bans from Vanguard make a lot of sense because AKRX had so much map pressure with just the global potentials, and it just tore through Vanguard's. Team.
Zig's going to be locked in for 900, picked up by AKRX. It's one of those very interesting picks. It has a lot of wave clear, has some decent damage as well, and is a monster at taking down towers. So we'll see what Roxius has in store for it, as I do believe it will be that Zig's mid, but we'll see what the second pick here is coming in from AKRX. It is going to be that Xayah to answer the Kai'Sa, and we'll see if AKRX do opt for a Rakan, potentially. We'll see what VG spawn.
The sixth pick is a good answer because obviously they took away Xerath, so he needs something else to apply sort of semi-global pressure. So the Ziggs is a good answer there, as well as their tank, or not the turret taking potential. As you said, it's just huge. He's able to be around the map with already opening mid so quickly if Roxius allows that.
Yep, so 3 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what the last pickup here is for VG. Going a little over time, might be a little bit of lag, but it is going to be that Zyra picked up for Sine, locked in. Grabbing that one, going for that very heavy disengage kind of support style, with some potential engage with the roots, with the Strangle Thorns. We'll see if they are able to make it work. And Kai'Sa, very short range, going to be made up for by the fact that Sine has some decent range of his own with those spells, with those plants. And we'll see what the last pick here is for VG as we do round out the first phase of picks.
I think the Ziggs can just overpower the Zyra in fights, like for poke war. Zyra does have very good survivability against this Kai'Sa, so overall, like these first two picks, I think it's better for AKRX.
I definitely do like the picks here, but as I said, Roxius wanting that carry style mid, taking the Syndra up against 900's Ziggs. It's been a while since we've seen a Syndra. Normally it's been picked up when both the Orianna or the Rise are down, or any of those control mages like the Victor, but it is going to be that Volibear picked up potentially for Pinball or Dread 2. It is that flex pick. We'll see what the bans do come to as we do start phase 2.
That volley, it didn't really do well, but then again, there was going against a Shen, so
yeah,
with the Shen being taken out, it may shine.
Definitely agree with that. We'll see what the first ban away is here from AKRX. It is going to be that Hecarim was doing some decent work there with the fear, with that general tankiness, and overall, I think Insanity was the best player on VG considering what happened that game. Was not able to stem the bleeding, but had a great performance on his own. We'll see what is the ban coming in from VG once again. And it is going to be that Karma taken away from Neon Pike. There still are a few pickups left for him. You know, some of those hook champs are still available. The Thresh, Nautilus, Blitzcrank. What are they going to take away this time?
The best thing I feel like to take away would be the Nautilus. I feel like, because it just you pick a champion off, like one of those three, the Zyra, the Syndra, or the Kaisa, and take one of those out in the fights, and I think they just poke out even more in the role.
Definitely. So they are taking away that Camille from Latin Teacher, and we'll see what the final ban here is coming in from VG. Gonna be that Rakan, not letting that Lovers duo appear in the bottom lane. And we'll see what this first pick up here is from AKRX. Is it gonna be that support pick, or is it gonna be that one for the jungle? We shall see. I do think it is a Volibear top, but we'll see what AKRX do think they want here.
I think they want to try to keep the flex alive, so a support
That's
pick
true.
here would probably be.
Yep.
Since
Thresh was up.
picked.
Thresh was up. Thresh is great here. Has some great peel, especially with the, especially into that Syndra, into that Kaisa, into that Zyra. He wants to keep that AD carry alive, that mid laner alive with the Lantern, with that Dark Passage. But we'll see what VG rounds out their comp with. Again, opting for the blue side. They want these priority picks, and we'll see what is grabbed up for both of these teams.
I don't see a world where AKRX's bot lane has priority for these scuttle fights that AKRX had so much success with in the past game. But we'll see how this Thresh plays, because he might just pull out some nutty plays.
And with that, it is going to be that strong side top lane, the Renekton picked up for Latin Teacher. And we'll see what the final pickup here is. And I dig that Renekton. They want some aggression with that Syndra, with that Renekton. They want that Syndra to roam up. They want some big pickups here everywhere around the map. So we'll see what they round out their comp with. Should be a strong jungler, should be some, maybe the Udyr. It is up. We'll see what VG do opt for here.
I'm really curious on what they would answer in the jungle, because if they just put two counter picks against Volley and top or jungle, you're just gonna have a hard time.
Oh, the Jarvan 4 is great into the Ziggs, into the Xayah. Both of them are mid to short range champions, and the Jarvan, though, the baby cage does some work, but don't forget, there's also a Lantern there to protect them, and there's also a Poppy to stop that engage, now picked up by Pinball, taking that pick for himself. And how is that Renekton going to slice and dice if there's a steadfast presence available for the Poppy?
Oh, I think I like AKRX's comp here more or less, just because their disengage is just huge against VG's comp, because they're putting all their money into that J4 engage, and now that they don't have that, now they have to rely on the Syndra to get picks, or the Zyra maybe.
Definitely. There's so many ways for them to avoid the engage from that Jarvan. They have the Ziggs with the Satchel Charge that could be used for disengage to knock Jarvan out of that Flag and Drag combo. They have the Xayah ultimate, that Feather Storm, and the Steadfast Presence from the Poppy. They have, and Thresh, they have Flay, they have Hook, they have the box, they have everything they want to get rid of this Jarvan, get rid of this Renekton. It's all a question of, are they going to be able to execute this properly?
In teamfight sense, I think Vanguard has a better teamfight comp, but AKRX's comp is not looking to teamfight. They're looking to
Oh no, definitely not.
take small skirmishes here and there and just push their lead with the Ziggs if he just gets huge.
They want to take towers, they have a Poppy, they have a Volibear, they have a Xayah. They want to take towers fast, and we'll see if they're able to do so. And it is Renekton in the top. Now, I'm going to wonder if it is going to be that Poppy top. So it is that Poppy top with the Volibear in the jungle. In LAS, we have seen the Poppy head into that jungle position as well, but this time it is going to be that Poppy top into that Renekton, and I do think it is a great matchup. And the Jarvan, going to be the first time I've seen Jarvan in a while. So, going to be interesting to see how he does perform. A lot of teams don't respect the engage range that the Jarvan does have, but on the flip side, a lot of teams don't know the engage range that the Jarvan has when they're fighting with him on their team.
Realistically, the answer to the Poppy is just going to be Syndra, so again, I feel like it's a mid lane win con to see if Roxyus gets ahead, then they're able to push back. If Roxyus doesn't get ahead and it's just overpressured by 900, I think it's in AKRX's favor again.
900 played like a beast on the Xerath this time, pulling up another pocket pick with that Ziggs, and we'll see if he's able to bring it home. And overall, great pickups here, though. I like AKRX's comp very, very much.
I agree, and most of AKRX's map pressure, it's not as fast as it was the last game, but overall, I think the amount of lockdown they potentially can have with the Volibear, Poppy, and Thresh, it just screams picks.
Pick, pick, pick. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for brushes of death. They're looking for some quick 1-2 punches, run away. They have peel for themselves. They've got themselves some great disengage with the Poppy ultimate, with that Thresh, with the Ziggs, with the Xayah. They want to take those short fights, as you said. And Renekton, what's he going to do into a Poppy? What's he going to do into a Thresh? How is he going to walk past that meaty front line they've drafted for themselves? How is the Syndra going to be able to walk past a Volibear, walk past a Poppy and a Thresh? How is she going to be able to do much without getting ahead in lane? That is the question.
I do find it interesting that they banned the Camille when they had the Poppy pick up. So I think that's kind of a blunder of a ban, but in the end, Akron just won draft.
I do think so as well, but last time we also did say that Vanguard won draft, and they were the team that did end up losing. But it was all because that mid lane matchup did not go to plan for them. And we did say that Roxas is more of that carry-style mid laner, not as supportive as just Shendis earlier. So we'll see if he's able to make some big plays, make some big moves up in this mid lane, maybe take 900 down a peg, considering how well he played last game. But this bottom lane from Andrew and Neon Pike looking very, very juicy. They have the peel for that Xayah that they want. And is Daydream going to be able to carry, as he was not able to on that Jinx last time? It didn't end up very well, even though they put a lot of eggs in the Jinx basket with that Lulu pick. We'll see if they're able to make it work with the Zyra this time.
They went for something a little bit more aggressive, so they can push back in that lane. So that's why I think Xayah and Thresh are just potentially gonna let the late push, so that they could potentially get Volibear ganks and maybe some Poppy TPs.
A lot less
big roams.
Yeah. A lot less prio coming in from the bot lane, as you did suggest here. So Volibear might be looking for more of a, hey, look at this bot lane pushing too far forward. Maybe I should go grab a couple of ganks or something looking like that. But overall, is Ziggs going to be able to get this push? Is he going to be able to help that Volibear? Because he can't look bot side for that Scuttlecraft ever. It's going to be mostly on the Poppy and the Ziggs to be winning their lanes to help this Volibear out, because I do think Volibear will fall behind in the clear. The Jarvan has a lot of AoE. So in this early game, who's going to have that priority? How's it going to play out? How are these volatile matchups? Poppy, Renekton, very volatile. Syndra, Ziggs, again, very volatile. And Volibear is also just very happy to scale up. He will outscale that Jarvan. Both of them are just big meatballs with some decent team fights, big CCs. But we'll see how it's going to work. But the Volibear overall, I do think, is stronger of a champion right now. Has some good clear, has some great sustain. He's going to come out of the jungle a little bit healthier, and I think that's going to be very important coming through in this early game.
I do think that I have seen Poppies come out of lane so ahead and just become an unkillable force. So we'll see how that top lane plays out and see if Latin can sustain this lane and potentially provide more team fights.
It's going to be very, very difficult for Latin to find some big advantages, though, up in this top side because of that steadfast presence, because the Poppy is so innately tanky. But with that, don't forget, guys, predictions are open in case you guys do want to use your tokens, maybe grab up a couple of crowns while you're at it. And we'll be right back as we do load into game. You don't want to miss game number 2. This is going to be a spicy one. Alrighty, everyone, here we go. Game number game number two, sorry, starting up here with VG on the blue side. Vanguard have selected that one as their side take for game number one, and AKRX on the red side. And we'll do a quick run through here. We got that Latin teacher on the Renekton on the top side, Insanity as that Jarvan for 4th edition of the Jarvan lineage. Roxas on that Syndra, Daydream, and Sine rounding out their bottom lane with that Kai'Sa Zyra combo. On AKRX, we have Pinball on the Poppy. Pretty strong pick there. Dread 2 on the Volibear, the big meatball that was there last game, but this time switched sides. 900 Slimes on that Ziggs, looking to make some things happen, take some towers pretty quickly, and rounding it out, we have Andrew and Neon Pike rounding it out with that Xayah Thresh bot lane duo.
I'm looking at a rune choice from the Ziggs specifically. He took Electrocute, which is overall his poke's going to be weaker in the lane, but I think his like burst, like just combo wise, is going to be strong to match the Syndra in lane. So we'll see how that plays out.
I like the barrier coming out from 900 this game. I think it's very, very strong, especially into that Syndra burst that can be pretty crazy. Having that little bit of extra effective health is going to be nice.
He did opt for the Darksteel again, so maybe he'll try to get that lead again and probably take over the game.
And with that, we just see some standard starts here. Bot side start for Dread 2 and a top side start for the Jarvan 4 for Insanity. So they're looking... Oh, once again, we see that 5 camp coming in from both sides this time, going straight for their wolves instead.
That's interesting. I think J4... I don't think he can afford to do that just because of how weaker his clear is compared to Volibear's because of the shield that he gets from his E. But
he needs that heal, he needs that sustain.
Yeah, so they're just gonna trade scuttles here, so we'll see how they do in the side lanes where they end up.
And with that level 2 hit for all the solo laners, looking to have some trading happen here. Pinball actually losing out on that one, taking some decent damage, but Hook gonna land onto the Kai'Sa. No sense damage, but that is gonna be first blood for the Kai'Sa. Daydream picking up that one, taking first blood home this time.
That was a very big blunder on that hook by Neon. They didn't have level 2 to be able to follow that up.
That is very important here. Hitting that level 2 was imperative for them to be able to make something happen, and they just weren't able to do it. And Neon Pike still level 1 because he was not able to hit it after his death. So very, very unfortunate blunder coming in from the bot lane of Akron here, game number 2. Ooh, we see the level 2 guard Jarvan gang coming through. There's the stun from the Syndra, that combo going through. Here comes the flag and drag, and the Ziggs is looking to try and get away. That auto doing so much work. Flash away! Is it going to be enough? It is. That shield coming through just at the nick of time, hitting that level 3 in lane.
That gives Roxy so much pressure with double summons being used on the Ziggs. That might turn the tables for Roxas there.
That is very important. And, oh, Pinball taking some decent damage here. And once again, that steadfast presence, as I said, stopping that Latin teacher in his tracks.
Wasn't able to get that E onto the Renekton to potentially put him under turret. A little bit mistimed, but puts Pinball in a little bit of a sticky situation.
Dread 2 is there, looking for the Scuttle Crab, but his top laner's basing. They see him, but Jarvan on the bottom side means they can't really contest the Scuttle at all.
Yeah, and also Ziggs is alone in lane, so he's able to follow potentially if this fight does happen.
And Poppy walking back to lane, not having to burn that teleport because the wave was in a great spot for her. Down a couple of CS, but that's what you expect in the early game matchup here. But this bottom lane's going a lot differently than it did last time. Hook gonna land on the cannon, not able to find it.
I would like to see what Pin does with his TP advantage since Latin had to use it early in lane, the initial gank.
Don't forget, Roxas also has that teleport advantage going for him as well, opting to take that TP instead of the Ignite or the Barrier.
I do agree that the TP advantage is huge for Syndra, but that could also lead to a lot of turret damage.
Oh, Neon Pike taking a lot of damage, not respecting the Xayah Kai'Sa burst that can come through from both those champs.
Thresh is just... I think it's painful to going against a Xayah.
Oh, definitely.
The plant, it just blocks your hook potential.
It's very, very difficult for that Thresh to lane into that Zyra, but I think he's just stepping too far forward.
Yeah, I agree. He's just looking for plays that aren't there.
Mm-hmm. And because they already gave up first blood, they can't be looking for any of those hooks because they're just gonna lose it. Oh, Jarvan looking on the Poppy. There goes the slice and dice, doing some decent damage. The armor shred is there, and not able to find that stun at the wall. Poppy flashing away. Is it going to be enough? That shield might save her. Corrupting potion ticking. They're looking for something. Latin teacher very low as well, though. Is Pinball going to be able to turn this around? He's looking to just give it to the Jarvan instead of the Renekton and shove the wave at the same time. Able to do that, and it is given over to the Jarvan instead, but this means they are able to grab that dragon on the bot side.
It did a really good job stalling Jarvan's time, trying to live as long as they could to try to give this dragon to their team.
And that stall helps out a lot. They're able to claim up first dragon here. It is a cloud dragon, not... Oh! Kaisa almost taking that one with that Void Seeker, but the smite coming through just in time. And wait, Dread2 went grasp as Volibear in the jungle. I'm just noticing this now.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. That is a little interesting to say the least.
I think the press the attack is a lot more valuable, provides some decent exposure damage, and Roxas taking a decent amount of damage, but both these mid laners have no mana, but here comes Jarvan. He's looking for the play. Is Insanity going to be able to fire? And Flagon Train going to go wide. No flash on the Ziggs. The slow is not there, has no red buff, but has the W slow. Just not enough, though. 900 able to walk away.
I even think, like, if Syndra flashed stun there, she wouldn't get anything because Ziggs did have barrier up there.
And Jarvan sitting there a little too long, sitting on the ward, but it was cleared out, so they are able to make sure it's not completely in vain. But 900, you know, only down 2 CS into the Syndra. Ziggs is going to lose that early game no matter what you do. So, very happy with that, only 2 CS down. But they're looking for some decent vision. Poppy taking that blue buff as well. They're looking to give it over to the Ziggs. But here comes the Jarvan. He has the smite. It's going to go to the Poppy, though. Oh, no, sorry, not the Poppy. Going to go over to the Jarvan, but she's taking some decent damage in return. 900 trying to do something over the wall. They're not able to find it, though. Ziggs is back, and Syndra is there, but Poppy might be cut off. It might be Pinball being that sacrifice. But the slash! Not able to find it over the wall. The dash, no slice and dice this time. And that just means that Poppy's able to walk out for free.
It's unlucky that the Ziggs had no mana there. If he was able to get that blue buff, I think that would have been a 1-5 for AKRX.
Pinball! Walking up the wrong way. Here comes that Dominus doing some mad work on the Pinball. The stun coming through. Slice and dice. And he's going to be taken down flashing for no reason, though, as Latin Teacher. And Pinball happy to take that Summoner.
That flash was a little interesting, but all in all, it's a kill. So
that hook almost landing as well at the bottom side. And once again, AKRX just not respecting where anyone can be or the damage that can come through from some of these champs.
I think Pinball's playstyle depends out of lane. I don't think he's a very lane dominant player.
Oh, Sine taking some decent damage, but so is Andrew. Flash 4, hook gonna land, but is it gonna be enough? Here comes the teleport, Featherstorm coming through, not able to find this fullback though, and Daydream able to claim up another. It was actually Sine, but Roxas TPing down, and it is going to go over to Insanity claiming that kill, and that teleport ends up paying dividends.
Just a little bit interesting from Neon there, trying to get that flash Q after Zyra was already poked out to half health. They tried to pull something off there to try to get something out of this rough early game they're having, but it just puts them even more of a deeper hole.
You just sit back and chill, and Sine grabbing that blue buff though, not even giving it to Roxius. So that blue buff going over towards that Zyra, gonna help her out a lot in lane, but there are no objectives up on the map just yet. The Rift Herald is available, but we'll see if Dread2 does opt to go towards that, but we do see some pings coming towards it. They're looking for a drive-through gank on to Ziggs. Nope, never mind. Jarvan walking away.
The wave's just not there for the gank to happen.
True. Setup wasn't there coming in from Roxas, not able to find that setup, but this does mean the Rift Herald might just go straight over to AKRX.
Potentially, because Jarvan is just not there at the top side, so
doing his chickens. Yep, that is a free Rift Herald for the side of AKRX, able to claim that one up in just a little bit. But this does mean that they might be able to alleviate some of that pressure that is being applied on the bottom side as they are bleeding out. And the Scuttle Crab actually being picked up by Andrew as well, maybe putting a little bit more gold in his pocket as the wave is shoving towards him.
AKRX's definitely looking, or doing a good job looking at
Oh
things.
no! Roxy is doing so much work with that stun, flashing away is 900, but Baby Cage is down. That's a lot of damage, forcing the flash from the jar, but not deactivating the cage in time. But Land Teacher not able to claim anything there. Roxy is very, very low though. The Volibear has the red buff available. Flashing, not able to find that bite though. The mark did just dissipate, and it means Land Teacher able to claim that one and a red buff for himself.
Maybe I should have bit my tongue when I said Akron was doing good at looking at things. Now they just kind of... It turned out bad for them in the end.
Not going the way they wanted it to. One mechanical error that we did see though, Insanity not deactivating the cage when he saw that Ziggs ulti coming through. That means a lot of damage, but Latin Teacher looked for a big trade onto Pinball, but Pinball does not have the same level advantage. He's down a level, probably half a level, but a lot of damage taken there in the top side.
Latin's doing a really good job at abusing this so-and-so counter matchup that he was put into. So, I mean, he's playing really well.
Definitely, but they do have Dragon priority. The mid laner and jungler of VG are not there in time. 900 is there. Everyone is there. They're looking to get a pick before they can start this up.
They do have a war in their backside for potential TPs from Lat and Blank. So maybe he'll look for it since he has TP.
No TP on Pinball though. This could be dangerous. TP available for Latin Teacher. They're looking for the hook. It's going to land onto the Jarvan, though. That's not who you want to hook. Play going to go wide. Strangle Thorns are not there just yet. 900 taking a lot of damage for it to go over the wall. And the flank ward from Latin Teacher, it's going to be a lot. He's able to find that kill on the top side. Daydream claiming that one. Dread 2 very, very low as well, taken down. It is going to go over. Flash 4. Is it going to be able to find it? Sine doing so much work, but it's not enough. The last auto from the plane. It is taking down Andrew as well. And that's 11 kills to 0 for the side of Vanguard this time.
Vanguard is just destroying Akron this game. That TP advantage was enough to clean this fight for a deathless fight, and they were able to get Dragon off of it too.
Everyone on the side of Vanguard playing so well this game, not wanting to go home just yet. Very, very strong showing from them here. 3-0 on that completely strong early game comp here from that Renekton, from the Syndra, from the Zyra, and the Kai'Sa, just playing this game perfectly so far.
I do like their aggressive wardings they have in the red side jungle, or in red side jungle, I should say.
Yep, that hook not going to mean very much there. You know, just there for maybe some dissuasion, but it's not going to do very much because the Zyra is right beside that Kai'Sa, and that means he's not able to do very much on his own.
What do you think Akron needs to do to stop this huge bleeding they're having?
Well, I think it's a little too late for that, but forcing the flash, maybe something like this, just looking for some decent picks there. That might be the play. Look to catch out the extended solo laners. That might be the only way they can come back into this game.
I agree, because as we said, it was more or less WinCon is solo laners, and they need to try to do something to enable them right now. This could be it.
This could be it, and priority actually gained in both the bot lane and the mid lane here, so they're able to grab up a lot of plate money, and it's uncontested plate money as well, and that's the first turret going over. That's what they needed. This Ziggs pick paying dividends so far. And on the top side, we do have a big engage happening. Pinball taking a lot of damage, Corrupting Potion helping out a little bit, but Poppy just not able to match the Renekton just yet.
Poppy just... I think she should win extended trades, but she's so far behind. She's just doing this matchup right now.
And Guardian is proc Daydream walking very far forward, going to be pulled back with those, with the feathers or blade collar, and taking a decent amount of damage in return. But you know, very, very happy. Has that Kraken Slayer and Berserker's Breath combo very, very strong in this game.
I think definitely Akron's play is Rifts. So maybe they want to try to play for the second Rift and potentially open up the map even more.
That's what they need to do. They need to try and get these towers. That's their best way of playing this game out. They have such amazing tower take with that Ziggs, with that Poppy. Are they going to be able to do it is the question right here, right now. And right now the gold lead is 4K in the lead of Vanguard game, and very happy with that gold lead built up for themselves, all through kills. So they're killing everyone, they're fighting, they're looking for brawls, looking for skirmishes, and they're able to grab something. But Renekton might be caught out. Latin Teacher dashing through, and is he going to be able to make it out? The Stridebreaker, they're looking for the dive. Here comes that Volibear, the Stormbreaker, there's his dash into the wall. pinned down, and there goes the Ziggs ultimate. He's going to be flashed away, looking for the return kill. No, it's not going to be enough, but on the backside, we have another fight on the bottom side. Daydream taking so much damage from the tower. Heal is used, able to stay alive. They have teleport coming in from the Poppy, and they're looking to dissuade this dive on the other side as well.
That's really huge. I think Ziggs is able to get the top turret as well, so they get a kill and a turret for nothing. So
yeah, that is huge. That's what they're looking for. They're able to grab that pick. It's dropped from 4K to 3K. They're already clawing back. Yep, 2 towers in the back pocket of that Ziggs. Very, very happy. And the dive attempt on the bot side just not going to plan from Vanguard this time. The dive went a lot better on the top side, even with no wave because of that Stormbringer.
Their definite playstyle for their team comp that they built, it's definitely paying off in this mid game. Let's see how they try to push for closing this gold gap that the early game brought.
Well, once again, if they're able to just stabilize this gold deficit that they have, 3K at 30 minutes doesn't really matter. 3K is nothing. What does 3K mean when the gold gap is 50K to 50K? That doesn't mean very much. So if they're able to just sustain themselves through this game, just chill out, mellow out, they have great scaling for themselves. They definitely outscale, and that's all they have to do. Just chill.
They might be looking for a play on this next dragon. Maybe this might turn the favors for AKRX, depending on how they play. They have good vision control over it, so maybe that could play in their favor.
Uh-oh, Thresh might be caught out here. Decent damage from Sine, but he is able to walk away, claim up that pink, though. And great work from them, able to clean up some vision control. And that ward, that is very important. They're going to be able to see everyone. It is going to be spotted out, though, but 900 denying some zone. But Neon Pike looking for the hook. It lands on the Sine. He's caught in the middle of everyone. Going to be taken down. Strength of Thorns are out, but flash forward. There goes the Cataclysm, doing so much work. Baby Cage helping out a lot. Pinball looking for the dash onto the Kite, doing so much work. Daydream doing some work as well, but the Ziggs able to claim that with the Mega Inferno Death Bomb. But Latin Teacher not able to find it. He's trying to get forward with the Dominus, but the Ziggs just peeling himself. Doesn't need that Thresh, but Roxy's finding some work. Here comes that Feather Storm onto Latin Teacher. That's so much damage, but the sustain is crazy. The Stride Breaker going forward, doing so much work, but the Zigg doing so much double kill for him. He's putting the team on his back. Here comes the ultimate, the Unleashed Power, doing so much damage. Looking for the final blade, but it's not enough. But, oh, that auto attack. And Roxy is just able to pull that fight back. But 900 putting in the work.
900 really turned that fight around. If he was able to get that Syndra kill, that would have turned it in AKRX's favor.
Oh my goodness, that fight should not have been that close considering how far behind they were. But AKRX just putting in the work. And the Poppy pick did some decent damage there, was able to pull them back. But they're looking to take down this dragon. The carries are not there just yet, though. Thresh is available. So is the Volley Bear. They're looking for it. They're looking for the contest. Teleport coming in from behind. 2 flanks. The flank wars are there. They're looking to catch up the Xayah. Oh no, they're just going for the dragon. Neon Pike taking a lot of damage. Dark Passage is there. They're looking on the Volley Bear. Has Stormbringer available, but they're able to knock away the Thresh. Neon Pike taken down on the front side. Latin Teacher doing so much work. Stormbringer there. They're looking for the jungler. Are they going to be able to do it? Mountain Drake is stolen by the Xayah, doing so much work. It is going to be a dead bear, but double kill for the Kaisa. That means a lot. And Ziggs able to claim one on the backside as well. Latin Teacher looking to try and do something, though, and it is not enough, though. So they are able to grab that Dragon Steel, but it is at the price of 4.
They're putting all their money into the Ziggs right now because he is putting in work. And that Xayah on the Dragon Steel paid off so well. That Mountain Dragon is going to do a lot of work for them.
But that does convert into a Rift Herald, though, for the side of Vanguard Gaming, able to claim that one up. And the gold lead has moved over to 4K now.
Losing the Rift Herald for AKRX's team is very huge, because of the Ziggs. Ziggs kind of win con. It's painful to see that go away.
Push towers, get gold from the structures. That's the Ziggs' job. But it is going to be claimed up by the Kaisa, actually, able to claim up that Rift Herald for herself, taking that Empowered Recall.
She's able to get the recall to get a quick buy and finish her Fan Dancer, so maybe that'll turn her fight.
PD, very, very strong item, especially good into both the double tanks here from the side of AKRX. They have themselves a Volley Bear, they have themselves a Poppy, and now if I see a Lord Dominic's Regard from the Kaisa, I will be very, very happy.
She did opt to not go for the collective build, so I'd say that's pretty good.
I think that's a good decision there.
Yeah.
She's playing into double tanks, she's not super far ahead. She is ahead, but she's not incredibly far ahead. Like, sure, she is definitely 7-1, but I still think that the Volibear will be able to 1v1 her very, very easily because, you know, tanks are a little strong right now. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Especially with the tank changes actually in this patch. I'm pretty sure the Warden's Mail buff.
All of the attack speed slow items are so much stronger, doing a little bit more base help. But Pinball looking for the play on Roxyus, potentially no, just looking for that little auto there. Little Poppy Shield doing some decent work there, and Andrew just looking to shove out this mid lane. Daydream just not able to match the wave clear of the Xayah. Ooh. This could be in something, but, you know, everything's just lulling out here. Baron is alive, but the Dragon's not up for another 2 minutes. But Sine might be caught out here. Hook gonna go wide, and so is that Lightning Storm coming in from the Volibear. But Latin Teacher dashing forward. The Slice and Dice gonna mean a lot of damage goes on to 900, but it's decently returned because of that Ziggs poke.
I think the game plan here is just wait for dragons or skirmish. Just not too much to where AKRX gets so far behind to where the game's just over. They want to be able to be in the position to where they can contest these dragons.
Ziggs can split very, very well into this Renekton, and Poppy can also split very well into the Syndra. Syndra's never going to kill Poppy, no matter what happens, and Latin Teacher just cannot get on 900 because of the peel or the self-peel that he has for himself.
He almost got into him with the Slice and Dice and Stride Breaker, but in the end,
almost
he wasn't
enough.
able to kill.
Not able. Ooh, that's some decent damage onto Roxyus. But no, Neon Pike taking a lot of damage, but the combo landing from the Syndra. Turret is down, able to dodge away from that one with the Feather Storm, but Daydream diving into the backline under the tower, though. Played backwards. Is he going to fall? That is the question. No. Super Mega Inferno Bomb doing a lot of work, though, and all the carries are low. They're looking for something. 900 dashing forward. Here comes the teleport from Pinball, but he's captured by that Cataclysm, doing a decent amount of work, but Sine very low, so is Roxyus, and Daydream, that Judgment Hammer coming through, but the Latin Teacher not able to find it, able to dash into the wall, flash away, but Daydream taking a lot of damage, 900 trying to peel himself, not able to find it though, and Pinball might be taken down. Here comes the Volibear, he is strong, but Renekton is stronger. Here comes the Dominus Ford, able to land that stun, and he's going to be taken down by the Call of the Meat, and that means it's going to be a clear teamfight win for Vanguard.
That fight win just gives them complete pressure for this next dragon.
Yep, Dragon up in 44. Death timers are still short enough that they'll be up in time, but will they be able to make it to the pit? That is the question. No teleport as well.
Yeah, it gives Vanguard so much vision pressure, so I think it's hard for AKRX to contest this dragon.
Definitely. It's going to be rough for them to find this contest here. Without their pressure from the Poppy able to knock them away with that gigantic hammer. Are they going to be able to walk up is the question. They have the Ziggs pressure though. They might be willing to trade it for a tier 2 instead.
They're actually able to fight for this vision in the river because Vanguard
backed off.
Yeah, they took the reset. So
they did need to take the reset, but they didn't get away in time, or they didn't come back in time. And that's so much damage onto Sine with just the Horizon Focus and Luden's proc doing so much work. And this just might be their chunk. Oh, looking for the Super Mega Inferno Bomb, not able to find it. And they have started up this dragon. Neon Pike looking to grab that ward up. Daydream on the flank, but he's on his own. Here comes the teleport from Latin Teacher on the flank behind them. They have that ward, but Daydream taking a lot of damage as well. They're looking for the play. Here comes Latin Teacher. Is it going to be stolen? Yes, it is. Steal from Insanity coming through. Able to find the baby cage onto 2. Flash away. Here comes that Feather Storm. But Daydream on the back end taking so much damage from Pinball, but he's going to be able to take it over. No, he's not. 1,000 gold over to the Volibear, though. Flash Chomp. He's very hungry today, but 900 is still alive. Roxyus is there, though. Very strong. Able to find that Scatter the Weak combo onto Neon Pike, but that doesn't mean very much because he is a decent amount tanky. But that is a clear team fight win for the side of Vanguard, as well as a nice steal.
Overall,
they're looking for more. Neon Pike very, very low. Going to be taken down on the rotation. Sine. Oh, the lantern. The lantern. It's enough. It will barely walk away.
They're able to get tier 2 mid as well, so it's overall wins for Vanguard here.
Complete and utter map control here coming in from PG, and they might be able to get a top tier 1 as well. That Renekton able to use the Demolish to take that one.
I don't know what AKRX could do here to try to crawl back in this game. I think
it is a tough 8k to gold deficit for them to climb through. And it's getting better. We see the damage though coming in from 900 slimes. It's coming through. He's doing a lot in these team fights, but the Xayah just not able to do anything. 0-6 so far on the score line, and the Jarvan also able to sustain through these fights with that core drinker.
I do think the later the game goes, it might be in AKRX's favor because the gold lead, like you said, the later on it gets, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, 900 caught out, able to dash away though, using that special charge. He's still safe, but it might be Neon Pike who is the sacrificial lamb. He has no flash, but they aren't chasing him.
They have nobody to pinch him, so he's just able to run free to the poppy.
They're able to walk away. 900 though, walking very aggressively. Flag and Drag not going to be able to land. It is though, but the scatter will be going to go wide, but Daydream dashing in with that killer instinct, able to find that one. And Neon Pike caught on the wrong side of the map, and Pinball might just have to watch his team suffer as he has to walk away.
And that's just a Baron for that.
That's
That was a
free
very
Baron.
good flag and drag pick, or prediction on the satchel from Ziggs. That honestly just gave him the Baron.
Yep, and I think it was more so 900 just pathing way too aggressively with no vision.
He just
did not know
for his team.
Yeah, I don't think you want to frontline Ziggs there, so unfortunately stepping a little too far forward, getting taken down, but they might be looking. Here comes those slice and dice, here comes that stride breaker, but it forces the ultimate from that Xayah, but Lad Teacher taking a lot of damage. They're sure out of the combo landing. Cleanse is used, but there goes the Unleashed Power, taking that one down.
And Kai'Sa's picking up the wave, so they're able to potentially break this mid turret.
Mid-tier 3 might be going down here, and they're just moving up this vision line slowly but surely on the side of Vanguard Gaming.
Bot tier 2.
Bot tier 2, one caster is alive, and they have to wait for the wave. Oh, no, they're not waiting for the wave. Latin Teacher getting very, very low, though. But they can't really contest any just yet.
They're just bleeding so hard. It's a 11k gold lead now.
The gold lead is just ballooning and ballooning in favor of Vanguard. They're playing these fights well, they're finding these picks that they need, and that is very important because they were late on rotations in game number 1, but this time they're the ones early to everything.
900 is actually the one in the lead for their mid lane counterparts, so they just gotta have to play through the Ziggs and try to see if they can bounce off of what he put down.
The Xayah has hit 2 items, is decently strong, but look at that Kai'Sa sitting on 3 for herself. Lord Dominic's has been completed. That Poppy and that Volibear stand no chance this game.
I agree. Just Kai'Sa's burst with those 3 items is what a tank.
And the true damage coming in from the Kraken Slayer and the attack speed buff from Phantom Dancer is pretty crazy, and Lord Dominic's just doing so much work to tanks. Anyone who's a higher health than you is just going to be shredded.
Especially with the just having the tank item buffs, I think that just puts it.
Oh no, Neon Pike might be caught out here. Flag and Drag not going to land though, able to walk away from that.
I think the tank buffs actually hurt tanks more with Lord Dominic's. I think it's just got a slight buff or indirect buff because of it.
Lord Dominic's, though, a very, very strong crit item. I think it is one of the best, especially into these health stacking tanks. But Neon Pike walking a little too far forward, but he's able to dodge away from the root, but the Scatter Big combo coming through, and the Featherstorm coming through as well. Not able to find the pullback, though, and they just walk too far forward, getting taken down. Andrew going to be trapped in the big cage, taking so much damage. Double kill for the Jarvan.
Ziggs was able to get a trade.
900 might be caught out, forcing the flash. Latin Teacher not able to find it, though. Is able to burn that summoner and that soul point for Vanguard Gaming.
Does he have enough for... He does have enough for Rabadon, so that might actually be painful for the side of Vanguard.
Yep. He's chunking everyone. Even that Renekton is getting poked out by the... Oh, no, the Killer Instinct! And he's going to be taken down. The flash, once again, not really necessary, but this does mean that they're looking to dive. Volibear using that Stormbringer to get himself away, but this is going to be a turret falling. And this is looking very rough for the side of Akron, game number 2.
Next fight could just potentially end the game for Akron.
If they lose a team fight, that is potentially game if the waves are in the right position. But it